after a lot of prayer and with the support of my family, I'm running for governor.
The next governor of Florida could come from our own backyard. Liz Ryan tells us who it is.
Former Speaker of the House and State Representative for the 19th District, Republican Paul Renner. Florida governors are limited to 2 consecutive 4-year terms. That means Ron DeSantis will be moving out of the governor's mansion January 5th, 2027.
And when Governor DeSantis is gone, the question on people's minds is who's going to stand in and fight and deliver results. And I've done that over 20 years in the military, over 2 wars, as a state prosecutor and as a successful Speaker of the House, and will be the person who can step in on day one and deliver results because I've done that. I've built the Florida we love today, and I know how to address the challenges we face tomorrow because I've taken on those challenges and helped solve them.
Renner says accomplishments during his time in Tallahassee qualify him for the executive chamber.
We cut taxes, we addressed the insurance crisis by curbing lawsuit abuse, and we see premiums going down now for the first time in memory. We also help parents with the cost of education through our school choice scholarships.
He adds that there's more he wants to get done.
We got to roll back property taxes, and we need to continue to work on insurance, like home hardening programs like My Safe Florida Home.
And in this increasingly red state, he's likely to use his conservative activism on social issues on the campaign trail, such as sinking Amendments 3 and 4 on last year's ballot.
I spent a lot of money and traveled the state to make sure we don't have left-wing activists pushing their agenda into our Constitution. I did the same thing with school board races. It was important to me that we educate and not indoctrinate our kids.
The primary election is still a year away, but the field is already getting crowded. 5 other Republicans have already declared, including Congressman Byron Donalds. Democrat David Jolly and Independent Jason Pizzo have entered the race, and there's rumors we may see some other well-known names on the ballot, like Matt Gaetz, Wilton Simpson, and maybe even Casey DeSantis. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Liz Ryan.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Thursday, September 4th. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office has wrapped up an undercover sting targeting unlicensed contractors, and 4 men are now facing charges. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
After a undercover operation involving our General Assignment Unit of the Sheriff's Office, along with support from the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation, Flagler Home Builders Association, the Association of Realtors, 4 individuals that were contracting without a license and agreed to perform work that required a license were arrested. 2 others are being given civil citations by the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation for advertising outside of their license abilities. A total of 19 unlicensed contractors were contacted and had initially agreed to come provide an estimate for work.
The arrest took place in Palm Coast last week after detectives set up meetings with unlicensed contractors responding to ads and complaints. Among those arrested were Patrick Brannigan of DeLand, Thomas Rush of Palm Coast, Jacob Gale of Jacksonville, and Aristides Chavez Martinez of Palm Coast.
This is a great reminder that residents need to carefully check out the people they are contacting because the best price is not always the safest price. Many times they do not pull permits, they do shoddy work, when they are not insured, all of which could risk your home or business in the future. I commend our team for the team effort and thank our partners for working with us.
FCSO says anyone who suspects a contractor is unlicensed should report it to the Department of Business and Professional Regulation. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, conveniently located right off I-95 at exit 311. Work on the Flagler Beach Pier resumed yesterday after a month-long delay. Demolition had been paused to protect 2 sea turtle nests near the site. One nest hatched safely, while the other was washed out to sea by waves from Hurricane Erin. With clearance now from wildlife officials, crews have resumed construction on the $16 million project. And in other Flagler Beach news, new pedestrian safety signals are now active along State Road A1A. The Florida Department of Transportation has installed 3 pedestrian hybrid beacons between South 8th Street and North 18th Street. The beacons remain dark until a pedestrian presses the button, then cycle through yellow and red lights to stop traffic and allow safe crossing. Officials remind drivers and pedestrians to stay alert as everyone adjusts to the new signals. And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.